Etra saw it. I'm Yuzuria. I'm a hostess who works in the nightlife district. Today is the funeral of my father, Hideki, and now the reading of the will is about to begin.
According to the will, the land and house will be inherited by the eldest daughter, Yuzuria, and other assets such as cars and cash will be divided between the wife, Akane, and the eldest son, Akamatsu. Is that alright with everyone?
I understand.
Yes, it's fine with me as long as it's what my husband wanted. Yuzuria,
Yes, ma'am.
you're the one who owns the house and the car, and so you will pay all the living expenses. You understand? You will also take care of all the necessary procedures for the other house. You are an adult now.
Yes.
I raised you up until now even though you're the mistress's child, so you must continue to be grateful and show filial piety.
Yes, thank you.
Well then, I have a date, so finish up by morning.
I understand.
Yuzuriha, I'm going out too, so give me some spending money.
Please wait a moment, Bochama. I'll be finished soon.
Oh no, you're not going to finish cleaning up right away, so give me the money first.
I understand.
It's so tragic. She shouldn't have had an affair.
I have to call my stepmother Akane ma'am and my half-brother Akamatsu Bochama. That's because I'm the daughter of the lover. My mother, who gave birth to me, was physically weak and unstable mentally, and she abandoned me. I was taken in by my father and stepmother, and I spent the next 20 years or so being treated like a servant. Ouch! If I was going to be treated like this, they should have sent me to an institution. Even though my father is my blood relative, he didn't say anything when he saw me being treated like this. The last conversation we had was about the inheritance and how he would leave the house and land under my name. That was it. The inheritance was decided so that the things that could easily be turned into money were given to my stepmother and Bochama. The things that were troublesome to deal with were given to me. It was probably my stepmother's instructions. Since I'm already an adult, why don't I go somewhere and run away with the land and house? I don't even have the courage to do that, so I could only think about it. I have to get ready for work soon.
Good work, Yuzuria-san. You had a funeral today, right? Are you sure you're okay?
Thank you for your hard work, Asumi-san. It's okay. In fact, I think I'm better off working since I start overthinking when I'm at home.
Well, if you're going to work, it's a big help, but don't overdo it.
Thank you. After my father was hospitalized, I started working in a host's bar at my stepmother's behest to bring in money for the house. It was surprisingly comfortable, and I felt more at ease there than at home. The servant mentality I cultivated over the past 20 years comes in handy here. How ironic.
Hey Yuzuriha, I'm here.
Good evening, Tachibana-san. Thank you for your appointment. A few hours later, and then...
Wait Yuzuriha, your glass is all wet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you okay? You seem absent-minded. Is something wrong?
Oh, I'm fine.
No, you're not. Do you remember what I was talking about?
Of course I remember,
You're not okay. You should go home early today.
I'm fine.
If you're worried about sales, I'll just order some champagne now. Go home and relax.
I don't want to go home!
What?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Something must have happened. I'll listen to your complaints about being a hostess.
Today was my father's funeral.
Ugh.
After that, I told Tachibana-san, a regular customer, about my father's death and all the treatment I've received up until now. I've told him everything about my life.
That must have been tough. You're so young, but so brave.
I'm sorry for talking about it like this.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm an adult who only has money. If you need anything, you can count on me. I'd be sad if you quit the store.
I don't know why I told him all this either. Unexpectedly, my heart had become very unstable to my father's death. I'm exhausted. Oh no, it's garbage day. Stepmother and Bochama are probably back. I have to be quiet. What is this? A letter? A letter addressed to me? Katsura? Who could that be? There's no one with that name among our guests either.
Dear Yuzuriha-sama, please forgive me for repeatedly sending you letters. I understand that you can't forgive Tsutsuji, but my sister only has a few days left to live. Can she at least see your face one last time? Katsura.
What is this? Repeatedly sending letters. I've never received a letter before. And Tsutsuji's my mother. That means all the letters that have been coming for me until now are being thrown away by my stepmother. Does Mom want to meet me?
Yes?
Is this the Katsura residence?
Yes, it is. Who is it?
Yazuria.
Yuzuriha! It's been a while!
Are you Katsura-san?
Yes, that's right! What's the matter all of a sudden?
I came to see my mother.
Huh? Thanks. Please, come in.
Excuse me. The address written in the letter is about a 2-hour train ride away. I came to Katsura-san's house to find out the truth. This person is probably my uncle, judging from the contents of the letter. I wondered what he was like, but he seems like a kind person.
Sis, Yuzuriha came to see you. She died last week.
Last week? The letter was put out with the trash today.
Trash?
It's this.
What happened to this?
It seems like my stepmother threw it away.
I see. That's terrible. Look, the date on the letter is almost 2 weeks ago. Were all the other letters thrown away like this?
I'm afraid so.
Even if you're not related by blood, she's still a parent. How can she do something like this? Doesn't your father say anything?
My father already passed away. Yesterday was the funeral.
I see. So that woman is doing whatever she wants.
Katsura-san, did my mother really abandon me? I heard that she gave up her parental rights.
No way! You were taken from my sister.
Taken?
Where should I begin? It's a long story, so I'll make some tea. Please, go to the living room.
Thank you.
When you were still a baby, your father had an affair with Akane, your current mother.
What? It wasn't my real mother who had the affair?
No. She lied about that too. My sister even held a wedding ceremony. Look, here's the album from the wedding. If it was an affair, they wouldn't have taken photos like this. Back then, there was still a strong sense of male superiority, so even when Hiragi-san's affair was discovered, it didn't have any impact. He had a good income, but gave my sister the minimum amount of money, and abandoned her. But Akane didn't stop there. I think she wanted to take everything from her, and bask in the pleasure of it. She even stormed her workplace to harass her. My sister, who was already weak, became mentally ill, and ended up bedridden. She couldn't work properly, and her mental state was unstable, so your custody was easily taken away. I know you can't believe everything I say, but this is the truth. She wasn't allowed for visits, and if she tried to approach you, I don't know what Akane-san would have done. That's why she wrote letters often. My sister was worried about you until the end. She wanted you to be happy.
Mom! I've been holding back for a long time. I thought I had to be grateful since they raised me up to this point even though I'm the mistress's child. But that's not true. I absolutely won't forgive her. That stepmother. No, that woman. Katsura-san, I've caused you a lot of trouble.
It's okay. I'll help you in any way I can. If you need anything, just let me know.
Thank you. A few days later. Ma'am, Ochama, I have something to talk to you about.
What?
I'm thinking about selling the house.
Huh? What are you talking about?
That's right. Where are we going to live?
Don't you think this house is too big now that my father is gone? There are rooms we don't use, so I was thinking of moving to a more comfortable house.
Move?
Yes. When I had assessed, there were people who wanted to buy it. It seems like it'll sell for a pretty high price because of the location.
What? 100 million?
I'm sorry for being so selfish, but when I heard the price, I couldn't just stand still.
I see. So where are you thinking of moving to?
I'm considering this mansion.
Wow, it's nice.
Oh, it's a tower mansion.
We have my father's inheritance, and I also earn a good income. So I don't think we'll have any problems making ends meet. What do you think?
Right, okay.
Thank you. I'll arrange for the moving company, so you'll have to stay in a hotel for a while. Is that okay?
Then why not go on a trip?
It'll take over a week to sort out the paperwork, so how about Las Vegas?
Las Vegas? That's a good idea. I'll have to book a hotel right away. Don't forget to have the procedure done before we get back.
I understand. I'll make arrangements so you can go straight back to the mansion. A few days later.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I'm finally going to be living in a tower mansion.
It'll be a bit tiring having to take the elevator every day, though.
You hardly ever leave the house.
You're right.
Let's see. The mansion's password is 9999. That's a careless password. Huh? Why won't it open?
Maybe it's the wrong password? Hello? What room are you visiting?
Oh, I'm Akane and I just moved in here. The password doesn't seem to be working.
The mansion's all occupied at the moment, so there are no new tenants moving in. Also, this mansion block uses a card key to enter.
What? Oh, the name of the person who signed the contract is Yasuria.
No, I don't know. Are you sure your residence here?
I will check. What's wrong with Yasuria? She made me embarrass myself.
Maybe the mansion she bought isn't this one.
Hello.
What do you mean, hello? I went to the mansion you told me about, but what's going on?
Oh, I'm sorry. I've decided not to buy the mansion.
What?
What do you mean?
Because to live with a cheating woman who lied to me all my life and the child she had with her lover would be ridiculous.
What?
Oh, Chama, your mother was the one having an affair. We were completely fooled.
What? What are you talking about?
Why don't you ask her then? I have no intention of ever having anything to do with you two again. Goodbye.
Hey!
Phew.
Yuzuriha, you can put on a mean face.
I'm sorry. Was that rude? I just snapped.
I think it was good.
Tachibana-san, thank you for buying the house.
Yeah, but are you sure it was okay to sell it for a bargain price? It was worth tens of millions, you know.
I wanted to get rid of it as soon as possible, and you bought it for me more than enough for me to live on for a while after I moved.
I see. What are you going to do now?
I'm gonna quit the cabaret club. I like animals, so I think I'll study to go to a vocational school to become a pet groomer.
So you're starting a new life?
That's right. Speaking of which, I found something interesting when I was cleaning the house. It seems that my stepmother was spending my father's inheritance at quite a pace. Just because it's an inheritance doesn't mean that money will just keep pouring in. I'm sure that person is addicted to casinos in Las Vegas, so I'm sure the balance is negative by now. I wonder what they're going to do from now on.
That's what they get.
It's unfortunate they can't see what kind of face they're making. 2 weeks later, I quit the hostess club and started working part-time at a pet shop to earn money for living expenses and to save up for going to vocational school. Welcome! This is a shop my uncle Katsura-san introduced me to. Oh, Katsura-san, you came.
Hey, Yuzuriha! You cut your hair!
Yes, I wanted to make a drastic change.
Your expression has become much softer than when we last met.
Is it because I'm interacting with animals? All these animals are so cute.
Then I'm glad I could introduce you to this place. You cut your hair too, so you're starting to look more like my sister.
What? Is that so?
Yeah, your smile is exactly like hers.
Thank you. My life, which has been ruined because I was a child of a mistress, is over. Mother, I will become happy, even if it's just a little at a time.
ご視聴いただきありがとうございました。いくら妾の子だからってひどい扱いをしていい理由にはなりませんよ。ってそれすら事実ではなかったですし。結局立場を悪くして逆らえない理由を作って自分に都合がいいように使える人が欲しかっただけですよね。その子供の人生を何だと思っているんでしょうか。それにしても生きているうちに本当のお母さんに会いたかったことでしょう。とはいえ自分が捨てられたとかそんな誤解をしたままなんてことにならなかっただけマシということでしょうかね。皆さんはどう感じましたか？コメント欄に書いていただけると嬉しいです。また少しでもスカッとした方チャンネル登録と高評価をお願いいたします。